Well, Henshaw here again, your friendly local constitutional coop of California. And today's subject matter is an interesting one, especially with 2 weeks to go until the inauguration. And that is, can Donald Trump actually run for a third term in 2028? As you're going to learn, everything is black is white in the de facto national socialist government. This is a prime example of it. And the answer is yes, he can, because the long and short of it is, instead of having 26 amendments to the Constitution, we have 12 and maybe only 11. That's a story for another video. But that said, the problem with the war between the states and the Reconstruction Act and the 14th Amendment, you're going to learn to do away with the sovereign body politic of the nation and republic and prohibited us from being informed pursuant to Article 5 in the ratification process. This was particularly true with the 14th War Amendment. Civil rights, LTGBQ, doesn't work because it's all based on federal, regional, martial law rule that's destroyed our federated Republican form of government of defined and limited powers and replaced it with today's much ballyhooed democracy, aka three votes, I should say, 2 feet voting on what's for dinner, aka elected despotism. And that's the truth. And we want to get back to that original intent. And wouldn't you know, we're in the right place at the right time, as the current conservative Supreme Court justices are thinking along the same lines I am, now in their fifth term of an all out assault on the administrative state. And now they'll be able to go full speed once Trump gets in there. And they're reasonably sure that he's going to be doing the appointments. From what I see, the vice president may be solid in that area too. We'll have to see how that develops. But nevertheless, if we get those seats, and if we get Sonia Sotomayor's seat, the liberal side, get that one. Now it's 7-2, not 6-3. And guys at the Supreme Court justices, tell the American people what you're doing and why you're doing it. Damn. For example, they didn't overrule Roe versus Wade. They couldn't have. It never existed. 14th Amendment abortion case, known affectionately on the court at the time as Harry's abortion, was written by Pocket Harry Bachman, who was a real close friend of Warren E. Bastard Burger. He broke away from him and got better as he went on, by the way. Burger never did. He's the all-time worst justice ever on the court. But when you understand things like this, and I do, I have an acapella command of 230 years of the Constitution, history, and laws of the United States. And when you do that and you know how to get there the right way, that's a major big deal. You're going to learn all about that. Get my constitutional defense document packet. Send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com. Very modestly priced. And the good news is not only you get them for yourselves, but for your children and for your posterity. Exactly like what those racist framers wanted to do by ordaining and establishing this Constitution to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Not SafeBank, not IBM, not Microsoft. Not the way it's supposed to be. And we want it back, and we have a great window of opportunity to do that. And for you, you get a lot of leverage with the work I've already done. And I may have a huge win in the U.S. Supreme Court. It's still nothing official at this point. And we'll talk more about that later. But if I get the win there, even if it's unofficial, wow, you just can't believe how good it's going to be. And this case is a mid-eight figure settlement to the left of the decimal point. And it'll be damn lucky to get off with that because we set an 800-page unopposed record in that case, including a non-statutory federal writ of habeas corpus that was not filed by the clerk of court because it wasn't on the right fucking form. Give me a break. The justices know a hell of a lot better than that. So it's just all good news no matter where you're coming from here. It just doesn't get any better. So continuing here, if there's only 12 amendments, and there couldn't have been any more than that because there have been no qualified members of either House of Congress for the last 120 plus years. Even if those amendments might have lawfully been there, they're not there. And again, the justices know this as well as I do. And a lot of more things you're going to learn about. It's exciting, exciting business there. So I have dedicated my entire life to doing it and bringing it to you at a very modest cost. For information on that, with my constitutional defense document package, send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com. You're going to love it. And the amount of money we can make is going to be substantial. But the big deal about that is I'm never going to see a jury, and you probably won't either, because, to get that on the record like that. And for example, let's say a mortgage banker or a homeowners association or someone like that, or a corporate landlord, that once that gets on the record, that's now good and can be cited across the country for every other like case and going to put them out of business. We'll see how you like being fucking homeless. That's how close we are. It's exciting, exciting work that I've chosen to do here at some cost, no doubt about that. But to help you, to help your families, your children, your posterity. So to that end, send me an email about my CDDP materials at youwinnincourt@gmail.com, and I'll get right back to you, and we can go to work on our journey to justice at long last. Thank you.